That's a bit better.
There we go. Good morning. Hello. My name is Ninja Hurdle.
I am Wordsmith, and welcome to track 1 on day 3 of the Bendigo Rebellion. We are about to get into the grand final for Division 3.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff, actually. And you know what? I'm a little bit nervous now because all of a sudden I'm only on the live stream and I'm not commentating in-house, and for some reason it makes it feel a little bit more serious.
It does. I mean, we are only talking to ourselves, so be free to hit us up on the stream.
Yeah. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. I don't know. Make some funny comments.
And I mean, it is a Monday. So if you are sneaking, and it is not a public holiday, so if you are watching this from work, I do hope we entertain you, but not to the point where you draw too much undue attention.
That's right. This is certainly safe for work, but maybe on the sly, on the down low. Let's have a look through our skaters. We've got one composite team, that is a team that's been playing together in various forms over the years. That is the Knockway River Rollers, which is a composite team from Otway, Murray River and Nerd, Northeast Roller Derby. Today we have number 007, Kiz Vicious, number 16, C-Bomb, number 195, Access Denied, 21, Bangers, 238, Beasting, number 4, Malicious Damage, number 42, Kaz, 44, Revan Townsend, 665, Vlam, number 7, Rain and Fire, 71, Black Ice, 818, Dolly, 84, KTNT, number 88, Sausage Roller, and on your bench, the Doctor and Davey Train.
And another mix-up team that has just been brought together for this tournament, the Duke Skywalkers. And on the Dukes we have 13 Bazombie, 165 X-Wing, 1891 Test de Pavilion, 314 Flustered Tart, 36 Mary Boppins, number 43 Mad Squeals Mills, 4711 Roxy Horror, 669 Hellfire, 747 Bikini Kill, and on bench we have Alabama Hurley and Nixie. And we're just about to get into this. We have 007 Nix Vicious lining up on the line, followed by Roxy for the Duke Skywalkers.
Oh wow, and they're off. Roxy smacking in, doing a little pivot, hitting into Black Ice. She's finding it a little bit difficult at the back because of that strong Knockway River defense.
And Vicious has gone to the bin with a low block, so it is a power jam now for Roxy, who is out, but she does not have lead.
Yeah, I think I saw a no pass, no penalty.
And that's Marty Descartes' jammer ref just signaling there that was a no pass, no points, so she does not have lead. We will go for the full 2 minutes. Roxy just getting caught up there on KTNT, who will now go to the bin.
And yeah, it's a start. It's a frantic, hectic start. Oh, beautiful leap across the top of the apex.
Roxy is really good on that apex work. She really is a good, really good footwork. Really confident in getting those leaps around.
That's right. She's like really jumpy and explosive.
Kiz a much more driving jammer, but she's struggling here with the Duke Walker pack. And that is Black Ice heading to the box for a multiplayer block. She will have to skate around. Kiz Vicious is out now, coming in for her first scoring pass, while Roxy is still trying to get through on her her third. She already has 10 points on the board.
This is an exciting start to the morning. It's early. The crowd is not huge yet because a lot of people stopped skating last night and started drinking. so there's a few sleep-ins, but I'm really looking forward to this match.
A lot of teams did finish up yesterday. It's only the teams playing in the finals who are playing today. So that is just 6 teams out of the 18 that were here for the tournament. And that is a very messy start on this first jam. We've seen a lot of hit it and quit it opening jam so far in this tournament, just as teams feel each other out. But with that 2 minutes there to go, we have 14 on the board for the Duke Skywalkers and 4 for Knockaway Rivers.
Yep, and up against
This is pretty exciting. This is pretty exciting. I am used to shouting out to the teams and getting excited, and I realise...
you can shout out to the internet.
yeah, oh, shout out to the internet. I was thinking about that this morning. How do I, hello, internet.
Yeah.
Hello, people watching at home or later.
So that's Hellfire out for the Duke Skywalkers with lead. Again, another very confident jammer. She started the year out at a long-time skater at BRDL, Ballarat Roller Derby League. She's transferred mid-year through to VRDL and is now skating on the notorious VICs, which is the C team for VRDL. And she calls that off, looking for quick points. She's got 3.
Yep, and a little bit of pressure. Kaz finally catching up to the back of the pack, forcing Hellfire to call that off. We do have skaters. I'm just wondering if my memory can help me. Duke Skywalkers have skaters from VRDL, like you said, Hellfire.
Northside Rollers.
Northside, yeah, Northside represent. I might be a little bit biased. Possibly a Ballarat skater. Like all over, there's skaters from at least 5 different teams, I think, and they've come together really, really well.
Well, that is always what we like to see with a mix-up team, particularly like this mix-up team where we've got a lot of experienced skaters on the Duke Skywalkers. It really does take a couple of games to settle down, and now they are very much working as a coordinated team.
Dolly just pushing her way through their through that bikini kill and Tatooine sandwich. Oh! Was she inbound when she passed that last skater? Looks like she was.
She has all 4 points.
Looks like she was. That was almost in the air. Not sure if there was... Oh, man, I respect these refs so much because there is... I see things, I don't see things, I speculate. These guys see it all.
It's got to be fast eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Fast eyes. And you will quite often see those jammer refs have to have a little bit of think about where it was, or they'll be talking to their outside pack refs just to confer. Derby is such a fast game. There is so much going on, even down at these levels.
Yeah, that's right. Like, this is Division 3 of the 3 divisions, so the lowest third chunk. But the level of skating we're seeing, particularly today, these 2 top teams out of the pool, this is quality skating.
Oh, and that's Kiz Vicious. She has juked her way out to the front and now has lead. Hellfire is close behind.
One last bump to pass there, Hellfire just scraped over Bee Sting.
And we are seeing some really messy pack work here at the moment. It has been a feature of both these teams that they have been able to solidify down, but a lot of variation on speed, just trying to, which is really great for a lot of these jammers who really do like a messy pack.
That's right. The messy pack gives you those spaces. And I think, why? I think the reason we're seeing a little bit more of hectic, messy pack here today is because until today, each of these teams have dominated their pools. So they've been able to more easily control the pack, cool things down. Today they're both coming out and, as you can see on the score, it's actually 21 to the Duke Skywalkers, 6 to Knockway River, which is...
It's still, it's still reasonable. No team is really dominating at this point. We haven't seen a really early breakaway. And I do have to say that the Knockaway Rivers are known for being a really tenacious team. They have caused quite a few upsets this year in statewide Stampede just because they are unwilling to let it go. They are the bull terriers of the regional teams, I have to say.
Yeah, look, that doesn't surprise me actually. I haven't followed statewide Stampede, and I'm interested to know. So Knockway competed as a team themselves in Stampede, or as other?
No, so in statewide Stampede, we have the Knock'ems, which consists of the Murray River Murray River Derby Dolls and the Northeast Roller Derby. So Kaz being one of the outstanding jammers for the Knock'ems.
Who's got 5 points right now?
She does. Otway plays separately in statewide Stampede, but they have been low on numbers this year, so they have had quite a few of the Nerd and MRDD girls play for them this year. So these players are very familiar with each other.
Yeah, and on track now we see Bikini Kill at the front of the pack, still wearing the pivot stripe, holding the panty, the jammer panty in her hand. She's popped it on now. So now she can start scoring points. Oh, we can talk about that stuff, can't we, whenever we want?
Oh, we can.
Because
We
we're
are not
not
giving anything away.
How exciting is that?
It's really good.
We can, well, people can still hear us. That's not licensed to be.
No, I'm pretty sure it's fine. Look, there's a lot of really interesting strategy that should come out in this game. So the Doctor is quite well known in Statewide Stampede. He's a bit of a quiet benchy, but he is known for being a little bit unconventional.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, likes to throw up some interesting lineups occasionally.
Go on.
Meanwhile, we do have also a fairly experienced bench crew over on the Duke Skywalkers as well, who are very familiar with a lot of these skaters. Hellfire is out first with lead. Dolly is chasing her down though.
Hellfire's got a smile on her face. I don't know if that's always there or just in this jam, but yeah, just looking at the timing, I think just going, you know what? I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get to the pack. Dolly's right behind me. I can see her. She's there. I'm not an idiot.
Hellfire is just full of confidence. She's a superb skater. She's got lots of experience, and it's very exciting to see her move across to VRDL and see where she takes that.
Absolutely, and I haven't seen Hellfire or Roxy jam since I saw Ballarat play maybe 12 months ago. And they've both improved out of sight.
Oh, definitely. I think in terms of development, Roxy as a jammer has just developed out of sight. She had some really good development while she was still at BRDL this year, and she just pretty much become their number one fret jammer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big call.
Well, I mean, she's just got it all. I mean, for her size, she's willing to drive, but she's also such an agile, fast skater. Yeah, she's very active. Mind you, I say that, and there's all these nerd fans out, or Apocalypse nerd fans out there from BRDL that can be, oh, is she number one fret? Bailey is such a strong jammer, and she's very standout for BRDL. It's very, BRDL being really a little regional hotbed of development for Derby in Victoria.
Yeah, absolutely. On track, I think we saw a multiplayer for some Tangled Arms a moment ago. Well, actually probably like 30 seconds ago. Kiz Vicious doing a bit of a star stash and popping it back on. She's got one blocker left to go, but Pack is catching up with her. So that one blocker has been able to hold Kiz back long enough for Roxy to come out.
And that tripod is just reformed. And I tell you what, she's lost the helmet cover. And Roxy is just taking...
Oh, slippery. It's proper. You know what? It's cold this morning, and I reckon this floor is more slippery.
It is a slippery floor. That has been a fairly standard comment in all of these games.
Yep.
But Roxy Horror just taking advantage of this disrupted pack, and she's putting some big points on the board currently for the Duke Skywalkers.
Beasting holding the Jam Panty now, getting out past the last of the Duke blockers, Bikini Kill. It is rough out there today. It is messy and it is rough.
So that's a 19-point jam for Roxy Horror, and she's brought the Duke Skywalkers up to 40. Knockaway River are on 20, so still a fairly close game as we come in just over 19 minutes going into Jam 8.
And I know that...
so that's an official timeout being called. The refs are just coming in to confer.
Having a chat about something. I know that the Duke Skywalkers did lose two skaters as compared to what they had yesterday and the day before. So skating with only 9 skaters, which means people are going to be on high rotation, getting exhausted, but to be honest, you can't see that yet. It is only, just over 11 minutes into this first period. So that'll come into effect, I think, second half.
So I think it is quite common for teams, particularly in the regional areas, to play games with low numbers, and quite often teams will feel quite confident going in with only 9 players because they have less to manage in terms of bench, and players do come in. Yep. But more often, due to the size of the tournaments and numbers of games that are being played, we're only playing 20-minute periods. So to come into this tournament where you've got that extra 10 minutes on each period, that can actually be that can actually throw, particularly when you're used to being, okay, it's only, I'll be able to get through a period, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I've actually just playing an extra period.
Yeah, that's right, 50% longer in each half. And if you're not training for that, it's, those extra 10 minutes could be a killer.
But I do have to say, I do like the longer games. It does allow for much more strategy to come out in terms of how people are playing each jam.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, Wordsmith.
Oh, Hellfire, she is through, but that's no points, no pass, so she is not lead.
So lead is still available.
And Kaz has got
it.
And she's calling, she's just protecting points.
Sensible, rational. Yep, I think maybe there might be a bit of a cool down. We had the official timeout. I don't know if we got a chance for the teams to have a chat, but that's what I would be doing, if not that I've ever been a bench coach or anything like that, but if I was, I'd be saying, hey guys, chill, take a moment, play the derby you can play.
Oh yeah.
But in that, I think we might be seeing that after that official timeout.
Okay, so we've got 818 Dolly out jamming for Knockaway Rivers, and she's up against Roxy. Now, Dolly is a really interesting player. She is still quite a developing jammer, but she is a terror of a blocker. She is very, very active blocker. But she is willing to drive, and so she can be quite a confounding jammer for teams to go up against.
Yeah, I've seen that. She's just strong, and she just drives through. She's got such powerful hips and sort of lateral movements.
Yeah.
Roxy there, though, once again, doing the safe thing. You heard, well, I don't know if you heard at home, but we did hear on track a lot of up, so get up to the front of the pack, increase the speed.
Give me time, let me get those points, and she just flicked those hips around and she got her 4.
Yep.
Yeah. So we have Hellfire up against Kiz Vicious.
Oh, and a very late, last-minute pivot being delivered on track.
And that has been a challenge all weekend. So the startup lineups are on the opposite side to the benches. So if there's a last-minute change, skaters do have to haul ass to get onto track. Hellfire is out with lead after some tense duking in there, but Kiz is also out, just taking advantage of some disruption there to push to find a middle line. Hellfire coming back into the pack.
Black Ice and Beasting reforming to the front.
And
Black
she
Ice
just made that look easy. She just took that inside line, just cruising.
Black Ice taking a penalty just, I think as she was trying to reform to the front, putting a skate out, getting cut track, hanging out in the bin.
And Black Ice is from Murray River Derby Dolls. She's also a very, very active blocker for the Knock'ems and for this team as well. She's not afraid to take those penalties just to hold up those jammers. She's very, very tactical in that regard.
She's so effective.
Kaz struggling at the back of the pack. Roxy trying to work her way through that reduced lineup, but Kaz has got lead.
And a smile on her face, absolutely, in that power jam, because Roxy's off. She's being sent off. Cut track. Off you go. Have a seat. Kaz, no problem, finds a spot, jukes left, takes that right gap, getting way past Chew Boppins. Sorry, I love that name. It's Mary Boppins is her regular name. We call her Bops or Boppins. Today she is Chew Boppins.
And it's doing that very well. It's really good to see that the offense starting to go down, particularly in these levels. We're seeing a lot of crossover training between these teams. Oh, Roxy just coming back in from bench. She smashes through that tripod and she's out. Kaz is still trying to get all her points.
And we're seeing a little bit of a flux to the penalty bin. Squeals and a Knockaway River player.
So that was a big jam for the Knockaway Rivers. That was 15 points put on the board by Kaz, which brings them up to 35.
We're getting closer. This is a 13-point. And we've just been told by one of the refs that there are 2 refs from Perth. He might be meaning to tell the in-house commentary. They might be talking about something.
We will talk about the refs later because we, just as we've had teams from all over the nation come down here to play, we've also got officials that have come from all over the nation to make this tournament work. So Hellfire's still got recycled back in the pack. She does have lead, but she calls that because Knockway Rivers Jammer is way out in front, so just playing safe there. The box is getting a lot of a workout. We have 3 Knockaway Rivers blockers in the bin, Reverend Townsend, KTNT, and I wasn't too sure who's on the far side, but we also do have 1 blocker in for the Duke Skywalkers.
And a team timeout to Knockway River.
And I would say that the doctor would just be saying that, you know, we need to just calm it down. We've just closed the lead. We don't want to give away our advantage that we've worked really hard for.
And because, to be honest, at the end of the weekend, I probably would have, you know, if I was a betting woman, I probably would have put money on Knockway River.
Yeah, I would have to say
they've got more experience playing
would
together.
Be the favourites.
You know, I said, you know, they are a composite team, but like you said, these guys have been playing together a long time. There is a lot of experience in that team. There is obviously a lot of experience in the Duke Skywalkers, but there's also a bunch of very new players. I think, mind you, yesterday I think we had, they're not playing today. I think they had to go home to work. Which is really unfortunate. But Ginger Snaps and Punky Brewster, apparently, I don't know them myself, but apparently they're maybe fairly new players. And, you know, there's definitely a lot of years of experience in the Duke Skywalkers, but I think Knockway River, there are people there who've been playing for like 6 years, 7, like, there's people who have like started Derby in that team.
Yeah, most definitely. Look, it's going to be interesting. The Knockaway Rivers have a wider jammer lineup. The Duke Skywalkers are really relying on 2 jammers at this stage, which is Roxy and Hellfire.
That's true. That's correct.
Yeah, so, and we are only in the first period. By the time we get into midway through the second period, it will be interesting to see how they're holding up in terms of endurance. Obviously, both those skaters are now at VRDL, and they do a lot of endurance skating.
They're both at VRDL. Mm-hmm. Right.
Roxy just finding her way through. She's picking up some points and calling it. She's happy to take home 3. The box has emptied though, so we are going back onto the track with full lineups.
Going to see a nice fat pack now in the beginning of this jam. And you can see, 3 of the Duke blockers heading straight back on. So lots of blockers doing back-to-back jams, which, you know, I don't know if they're practicing that at the moment. I know, so I can see Boppins, who is part of my league, and, you know, in travel team training, there's often pretty full teams, so...
Yeah, it's definitely definitely a little bit of a mental shift. I know as bench when you're going in, if you're talking, if you know that you're going to have to be doing back-to-back jams, that's usually a pre-game conversation. Look, Hellfire is out there with lead. Kaz isn't far behind. The pack is pretty mixed up. And
it's very fast. They are moving around. Banger's dragging 2 of her skaters out to the front, but she can't even sustain that pace backwards. She's had to turn around because the pace of the pack is so fast. She's trying to get her triangle up. And you know what? The pressure comes from Kaz on... Sorry, Hellfire was in front. It was lead, wasn't she?
No, but Duke Skywalker blockers were falling behind. Hellfire was aware, and so she was just protecting her points there for her team. She knew she couldn't chase down those the Knockaway River blockers in time, so she made the smart call there.
And you know what? That's like that was fast and but controlled and strategic.
You definitely saw the Knockway River blockers being able to reform, even with that speed there at the end. Okay, Roxy coming into the back. She is pushing through that tripod, and she takes lead through the outside.
Score check is 35 to Knockway River and 51 to Duke Skywalkers. In case you're doing the sneaky, just listening to the audio and not watching the footage, I have been reminded by a friend of mine last night to yell out those scores a little bit more often.
So access denied has made her way
Roxy.
out. Roxy calls it with 4. Some very, very nice footwork.
I don't know
just
how she
lipping around.
stayed in just then. That was amazing. I feel like she jumped laterally out of the track and gravity pulled her back into the side or something.
Look, that has been a really big part of her game for the last 6 to 8 months. When she first started jamming, she was very penalty heavy, particularly on the cat tracks, but she has worked really hard to clean up that game. And, you know, we're just seeing the benefits of that here today.
Yeah,
Duke
so
Skywalker's
classy.
lapping it up. So just over 10 minutes left to go in the first period. We are into Jam 16. Kiz Vicious is locked up at the front. And we do have a jammer change for Duke Skywalkers.
Squeals. Mad Squeals Mills. We did see, and actually I think we saw something similar in the Duke Skywalkers game yesterday. Ooh, Bazombie Wildman with a big old thrust to Kiz Vicious on the top of turn 3, drawing her all the way back.
So Squills now on her second scoring pass. She really took advantage of that disruption on her first one to pick up a nice, easy 5 points. She had to work a little bit harder there, but she is enjoying this pack situation at the moment. Kiz Vicious just getting knocked around at the front there. She has finally made her way out.
I think that might be just out of her initial.
That is correct. And Squills takes the floor and she calls it. But she's put on 14 points there for the Duke Skywalkers, taking them to 69. And I know that will excite the Northside Roller players on that team.
Shout out to Northside Immature Rollers.
Oh, but they can't hear you. Maybe you should jump across and let the other,
I
other
know.
commentators know.
Yeah.
69. Let the Northside Rollers team know. So we have Roxy lining back up again up against Kaz. Both the jammers locked into the back of the pack there. Roxy just using her agility, but she is taken out by Vlam the Impaler. Kaz is out and has lead. Rox is still in the back. She's trying to find that inside line. She can't get past Vlam, but some great offense there from Hellfire. Opens up an outside line and she is out. And look, Knockaway Rivers trying to slow this pack down and get some points.
They've actually managed to control that pack speed a little bit and somehow managed to drop it back. So
that's great awareness. And
yeah.
I mean, that's controlling the flow of game.
Oh, finally, the Northside skaters on track have brought the number to the attention of the crowd because the in-house commentators weren't having none of that. They're not playing ball with me. I know we're immature. I know it's silly, but it's a bond, you know, well, there is nothing more to it than it being silly and immature, and we are childish little kids.
So that's a late penalty call there on Kaz, who is going to the bin. So this will be a power start for the Duke Skywalkers. We have another jammer change up. Bikini Kill coming out to the jam. Bikini Kill is quite a good blocker. You'll quite often see her on the Northside Rollers Rebels team.
That's absolutely right. But up until maybe the last 12 months, she was doing a lot of jamming. So jamming coming pretty well, let's not say naturally, because she's obviously worked really hard to do it, but it's an old history for her, an old experience. So I reckon she'll be fairly comfortable in this position.
We'll see how this goes.
Shout out to everybody at home or listening. If you are anywhere near the Bendigo area, come on down, because this is going to be I'm already looking forward to the end of this game, and not it being over, but the final dying minutes is going to be very exciting, and the rest of the day as well.
KTNT there trying to lock her up, but Bikini Kill does make it out. There was a lot of good offense there from the Duke Skywalkers.
That's right, holding Beasting back as a nice little goat there.
Bikini Kill coming in again, just taking the middle of that tripod formation. Dolly takes her out.
With some help from Beasting, a shove Beasting to Dolly, putting the final sort of death kill on Bikini Kill.
Kaz is out. She just twirled around that tripod. And Bikini Kill Pauline keeping it safe. She'll put on 4 points for the Duke Skywalkers, taking them up to 73 with the Knockaway Rivers on 37.
I believe you call that there's a word for that. An anagram thing, something that's the same backwards and forwards. Someone on the YouTube channel can tell us, because no one can hear us in house.
Someone has put a mirror to that scoreboard.
Yeah, what is it called?
Reflection.
There's a word. There's an English word.
Words lose us, and I am wordsmith, so I should know, but I do not.
Back to the things with the wheels and the hitting.
Oh, all the hitting. Roxy getting locked up back in that pack, and this is
Tatooine bringing. Is that a new jammer that we've got? Access denied jamming for knockaway rollers. Did I get that right? She is, I think.
No, she has done a little bit of jamming so far this period. Oh, and that is a cutting call being called on her there by Boom Tish.
Oh, big hit going down. Oh, Roxy and Sausage Roller getting sent off track for something. Maybe I didn't.
That might have been a directional. Oh, Roxy! If she can't skate over them, she will jump over them, even when they're all on the ground. 4-4 leaping there. Roxy coming in. She is starting to look a little tired. Reverend's Townsend just hanging at the front, seeing if she can lock her down. She does, but she manages to go out as well. It is a no points, no pass, so she'll only pick up 4 points on that one.
Back on track. We've got access denied.
And we do have, another big hit there from Reverend's Townsend. She's looking for the back block, but she's not going to get it. That was a legal hit. But that is only another 4 points, because that was another no points, no pass.
So what's happening there? Why is she getting no points, no pass? She's.
So to get the blocker's point, you need to pass them upright and inbound. But if that blocker goes out and she also goes out, and then she comes in before that blocker has come back in, she misses that point.
Right, that's where it's happening.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It looks like Roxy
is down. The jam was called off. She looks like she's okay.
I think she's just been taking some big hits there, and it might be just a bit of being a bit winded.
Yeah. We have our excellent medic. St John's ambulance have been around.
I'm just noticing there that medic is on the wheelchair.
Yeah.
I like that. I would like to see more of that. That to me is a speedy medic. They can definitely get around that track really fast when they need to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's quick. She's speedy. Now is probably a good time to give a massive shout out to our officials. Our officials have worked so well. Like overall this weekend, this has been a smooth running weekend. The people in charge of this stuff, Bob de Quickly, Herdy, Hermione Granger, Alex Van Doorn, organising all the people to do all the things. Oh man, it's just gone so well. So there's a lot of attention to detail by these guys as well. I did see Alex walking around with a mop and bucket last night, just making sure, that he had the track spotless. Ah, that's nice that the guy at the top can still grab a mop.
We've
all got to clean the toilet sometime. That's my approach to my working life.
Anyway. But let us know about this reffing crew.
We've got Todorod, Slane, McFly, Boomtish, Gary, Bindog, and Godders. Did I get all the pronunciations correct?
That is correct.
Todorod, I have not seen that name before. I haven't been around all that much lately.
So, just a couple of Bindog and Godders, they're from Westside Derby Dolls. I know Gary is with Kingston. I believe McFly is with Northside Rollers.
And I think he also skates for the men's team, Victoria Vanguard.
That is correct. Yeah, he's been having He's been having a bit of success there. It's always good to see him get out. He's a very enthusiastic skater.
Oh, so enthusiastic. And really, now that there's been a huge improvement now that he's skating and not just reffing. I mean, that's been going on for a couple of years. But I think any time you see that there is people commenting that there is a difference between refs who ref and refs who skate as well.
Okay, So just the outcomes of that last jam, there was a penalty called on Roxy. She is sitting on the bench and Hellfire is sitting in her place. So I say that because they would have called that jam for injury, she will be out for 3.
Yep. Them's the rules.
So Kiz Vicious is taking advantage. She is out, has lead, and is trying to get points here.
That was pretty nice. Bikini just throwing X-Wing into the path of Kiz. Mind you, she's taken a penalty for something. And we've got a full Knockway River contingent blocking Hellfire right now. Oh, and we're getting a lot more falling.
It is a slippery floor. And so, slippery floor, once you start getting a bit of force on, it is hard to keep upright. Hellfire is out now. Kaz just looking to her team to see if she should call it or not. The doctor is telling her to keep going. They're either trying to empty the bin or he's playing long.
And there is a lot of up and a lot of go and a lot of go, get up, and then finally calling.
I believe he was working on the clock there. He definitely wasn't looking for points. But that does take the Knockaway Rivers to 46. 9 points there for
Was it
Kiz?
Kiz?
Vicious. Okay, I have to say, there is a Kiss Vicious and there is a Nix Vicious playing this tournament. And I keep on getting confused on which one.
Well, I
keep on going to say Nix or Kiz.
Who's Nix Vicious?
She plays for Bendigo.
That's why I haven't seen any Bendigo games. I've been either talking or sleeping.
Dolly is out here for Knockaway Rivers. She is attacking those Duke Skywalker blockers and she is out, just demonstrating that she can both really drive, but she also does have good agility. And we did see some emergency track work there by Alex Van Dorn. He did get out of the way very quickly.
And then taking a flying leap over the back of the box over some chairs.
Dolly there picking up all 4 of her points. Squeals did make it out and put on the pressure.
I had just noticed that lift a little while ago, knowing though that no one out there can hear me. Figured there's no point bringing any attention to it.
And the emergency track work continues. They are trying to put down the line of no return.
Yep, and I think they're they're all eager and rushing. So we're about.
No, we're good. And it is on.
Oh, get out of the way, get out of the way. It's all right.
This time.
It's all good. Back on track in this pack.
Kaz trying to push her way through. She does go down. Boppins tries to draw her back in, but she makes her way out.
Ooh,
she does draw the high block now. And she draws the insubordination. That's 2 penalties for Kaz.
Oh, she's at a double. High block. So she whacked Boppins in the face or something, did she?
I do believe that she was a bit high with her arms, and that's why she would have got the penalty.
So this will be almost a full minute, a full minute in total.
We are going for the 2 minutes because lead has not been awarded to Hellfire.
Sorry, and I meant power, sort of a power position.
She's got a lot of time here
just
to work over this pack. And she has some good blockers out there to put down some offense for her. Coming through, that is her second 5-point pass.
Oh, already. This jam is going big.
I tell you what, both with Roxy and Hellfire, both these jammers are not afraid to take advantage of exploit situations, and they will just keep on going. There is some situations where you get the jammer out, you can only maybe rely on them to get 2 or 3 scoring passes. That is not the case with either of these jammers. They are both used to put on big points on the board. Oh, Hellfire.
Going for the jump. She has stayed in bounds initially, but then been just driven off to the inside track there.
Kaz is now back on, making her way into the back of the pack, pushing her way through.
Wow, that was easy. I think she had more trouble getting through her own jammers there who were focused on, her own blockers.
She does love a rolling pack.
Who doesn't? Oh man, I love a rolling pack. It is like, my space, and I'm through.
Okay, Hellfire now trying to make up some of those points. That is end of jam. That was Kaz.
20, we got 20, or there might be another 5. No, that's it, 20. Final score check at the end of that first half.
So that was a big jam there by Hellfire. It does put the Duke Skywalkers onto triple figures, 103. Knockaway River at 52. look, I tell you what, that is not an inescapable lead.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Any team can come back from that. I mean, you could get a complete reversal.
Whoa, we have not finished yet. There is an official review being called. The doctor is in, and I tell you what, there's no reason why he wouldn't use his official review at this point in time.
Yeah, why not?
I suggest that he might be questioning that insubordination penalty, seeing if he can get it removed, but we'll see.
And this time...
And that I've got to say,
Pants is
that
pants?
is pants. That is pants.
I realise now why he's called Pants. Oh, man, they are classic pants.
Now, I don't know if you saw Rexy jamming yesterday for the Rookie Wookies.
I did. She's got a similar looking skirt.
And I tell you, that was all Pants could talk about yesterday. It was how good that sparkly skirt was, and he's probably gone home with that in his mind and got a bit of inspiration.
And we'll just have a listen.
Oh,
so
this is
Duke
interesting.
Skywalkers are seeking an illegal re-entry penalty be assessed against one of the Knockway Rollers.
Oh, no, sorry, one of the Duke Skywalkers.
Oh.
It's the
they're
Knockway
seeking...
River, yeah.
Oh.
It's called the official review.
Right.
No. I do apologise. You were correct. No, it is the Duke Skywalker's official review.
Yep.
Oh, that was awkward.
Oh. So what we missed for those at home is whether they're asking for an illegal re-entry penalty to be removed or they're saying an illegal re-entry penalty should be assessed.
That's correct. So
I missed that bit.
The
That's
illegal
kind of crucial.
Now, this is actually a really interesting situation. Because of the location of the penalty box in relation to the starting line, we have seen, particularly on a fast pack, when they do have a fast start, they come around, and because they're not used to the position of the penalty box, skaters come in too early. They actually come into the forward engagement zone.
Oh, right. So they're like making their way around the track but getting on track too early and actually being in front of the pack instead of behind.
That's correct.
Wow, okay.
So, and obviously your other illegal re-entry is coming in the rear in front of players as if you've done a cut track. So that is coming in front of more than one of your own team, or coming in front of more than, or just coming in front of the other team, full stop.
Yeah. I think we've got a decision now, and we'll hopefully hear from Pants. You guys won't, we will. So the official review coming through that the skater did not re-enter illegally, and that's that. Call will stand, or no call will stand, and we're at half time now, so we'll get 10 to 15 minutes. Looks like we've got 14 minutes on the clock, but be here early. And look, seriously, if you are anywhere nearby, Bendigo is beautiful today. It is crisp right now, but the sun is shining. It's going to heat
nice
up.
Time of day. Yeah.
Oh man, it was so good to open those windows, walk outside. This place is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous, and it is a lovely place to visit. I definitely recommend going out to check out the art gallery.
I haven't done that yet. I really want to check that out. That is a beautiful building.
They have really good regular collections, but they also have a lot of great travel collections as well.
Yeah, like maybe the Archibald, or is that in Ballarat? I don't know, another regional town somewhere. Either way, it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
And we'll be back in about 12 to 13 minutes.
All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Okay, welcome back here to track 1. We're just about to get started into the second period of the 3rd Division Grand Final for Bendigo Rebellion 2016. We have Knockaway Rivers, who are currently on 52, and the Duke Skywalkers, who are on 103. Just a minute and a half before we start getting into the first jam. So we've talked a little bit about the refs who are out there today. I just wanted to talk quickly about the NSOs, who are also doing some great work bringing this game to us. Our head referee today, and who has been doing a great job around the track, is Mama Panda, and she's been helped out in the middle by Ron Bear. Also out there, the man on the whistle is Bullseye. Helping out with the scores is Cockless Monster, Sypho Siren, and Frankenherder, who is on the scoreboard. In our penalty box, we have Switzerland, who's managing, with Fifi Firestarter and Poppet. And we're just about to get underway. We have Kiz Vicious lining up against Hellfire. About to get into this jam. Bullseye has let us go.
Hope you're all having a great morning in Bendigo or anywhere around the world. Off we go. Ooh, Hellfire, a bit of a push on Beasting. No, sorry, Black Ice.
That's right.
Nothing called.
KTNT and Beasting just hanging back to see if they can get her, but Tart helps Hellfire out. Kiz Vicious is out with lead.
Ooh, Hellfire's taken the jammer panty off nice and early. A little bit of a diversion. Or looking for an actual pivot, who's not that close. There she is.
Kiz coming in, looking for points. Hellfire just trying to hold her back, acting as a temporary blocker. But she finds the inside line with a bit of a hop and a skip. She is out. Kiz still looking for points. She's getting hooked up there on Tatooine. I do love Flustered Tart, but I also like Tatooine.
Tatooine is great, isn't it? Wow, that was some intense calling from the audience. Call. But
she has not called. She's continuing on.
Hellfire
has
grabbing the 4 points.
Oh, but Kaz, she did pick up the jammer point on the last pass, so she is on 5. Late call there, but she does eventually call. So just 1 point advantage in that jam to Knockaway Rivers.
And 50 points in this game to the Duke Skywalkers.
That is correct. We are on 107 to 57. These guys like symmetry.
Absolutely. Big shout out to everyone watching at home and everyone watching in here.
Indeed.
Later.
I hope you're using your work's bandwidth to try and watch this. We have Squeals out jamming for the Duke Skywalkers. Lovely little outside line pass there with a little turnaround. She has lead. Roxy is out for a forearms penalty. Kaz has made her way out. Reduced blocking lineups for both teams here. Squills taking full advantage. Very quick on her feet. That is Bangers on her way to the box as well. It's a full box with the River.
And a very, very light pack. Revan, the only blocker, joined now by Black Ice, who's there to help. But Black Ice is being goaded a little bit by Bikini Kill.
Oh.
We've seen single blocking out there, not even enough to get a buddy. Squeals just doing a lovely dodge to the front and grabbing those extra points.
So that should be an 8-point jam for Squeals. Just waiting for the scoreboard to update. Knockaway River is now on 61.
Still a 50-point game at this stage.
And that is 115 points now to the Duke Skywalkers.
Okay, that looks better. 8 points there.
So we have Dolly out up against Hellfire. And I was just going to say towards the end of that second period, we did see Knockaway River blocking start to come in. They were starting to get a bit stronger with their tripods. But we've gone straight back into Messy Derby here at the start of the second period.
Yeah, a lot of penalties in that first jam. And a back block straight away for Dolly. She's looking a little bit disappointed about that.
Well, she is a penalty-heavy jammer. But she is effective when she does get through, so it's a bit of a mixed bag with Dolly sometimes.
Roxy taking a big tumble. You know what? I think
she has taken the helmet cover off, so I'm not too sure if lead was still available there. But we are going for the full 2 minutes now.
Maybe we saw Dolly getting lead in a penalty or something like that. But yeah, absolutely. This is no jammer will have lead in this game, in this jam.
So Dolly is back out now, pushing hard.
really shoving against X-Wing, just like pivoting X-Wing out of the way. We've got Chew Boppins back on the track. I just have to do that. I'm sorry.
It's great. I do love it. So that was a star pass there. Roxy has grabbed the helmet cover and is out. Dolly is on her first scoring pass now, pushing her way through. Look, she's just not taking no for an answer there.
No, that's right. Sandwich for a moment between Hellfire and Tatooine, but she's through.
Oh, is that a low butt claw on Roxy? Yes, it is. Unfortunate there. She lost her feet and then cannoneered into Vlam, I believe. So she is going to have to skate around.
She's missed the point of no return. You did say the penalty there, didn't you?
It was a low block.
It was a low block.
Yeah.
She did go for a bit of a spin and took someone else down with her. So, yep.
Yeah.
Not a surprise there.
So that's 5 points there for Dolly. That's currently a 13-point jam for her.
We've got Duke sitting in a lovely triangle, or we're getting the word going diangle, apparently. Defensive triangle.
Dolly trying to call off there, but she cannot. She does. That is the end of the jam, though. It's another 5 points. That is 18 points there for Knockaway River. 2 points there being given to Roxy, who is still in the bin. So she did get some points before she got that low block penalty.
Ooh,
Sorry,
19.
So
that brings the lead down 37 points. We were at 50 not long ago. So that jam, very valuable for Knockaway River.
And that will be a big psychological boost.
Absolutely.
Particularly going into a power start here.
With Kaz wearing the star for Knockaway River. And a light blocking pack for Dukes as well. So only 3 blockers and no jammer.
So she is out on lead. Knockaway River content just to do some passive offense here. Roxy is now back out on track.
I see what you mean. Roxy, if the pack was any further forward, Roxy would have come in almost to the front of the engagement zone. She didn't, but as we were talking about before, that's maybe where we're getting the illegal re-entry. Yeah,
I've definitely
penalties.
seen 2 or 3 this tournament, and it is a bit unusual to see that, particularly coming in to the front of the pack.
And it's a hard one too, right? Because then otherwise you could almost get a skating out of, like what the penalty where you skate and pick up speed before coming back in. Is that skating out of bounds?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, we'll look at that later.
We might have to get back to you on that one.
Squeals wearing the star.
Here's Vicious, also out there. She is out the front. Tatooine has got her locked in a little bit. Oh, Squeals just sneaking on the inside there for lead.
Tatooine using all of her torso, front and back, to keep Kiz Vicious back.
And she does like to catch on the front and on the back. It's quite great to see her just spinning around in front of that jammer.
Tess, Derby Villain and Tatooine, just like a great combo in that, keeping Kiz back for a long time. She's through now, but she had to really work for that.
Most definitely. They held her for a good 30 seconds there, and that worked by Tart at the front. It just gives the rest of the team enough time to get back on, and all of a sudden it just makes life so much harder for you. So we have Roxy back out jamming for the Duke Skywalkers, and Dolly is back out jamming for Knockaway Rivers. And I'm going to be very curious to see if we see Vlam come out to start jamming later in the period.
We did see her later in games yesterday and the day before.
And she is one of the primary jammers for the Knock'ems, and she is really quite a good jammer. She's obviously very valuable in the pack as well. Dolly is out again, just showing that she has that ability to just drive through those formations. Roxy not far behind now. She is out.
And actually, we see Vlam with a pivot quite a bit. So she's there, she's available.
So Dolly does have a half-track advantage. She's trying to get all her points.
She's hearing a lot of suggestions from the bench, possibly even from the audience to call.
A little bit too late there. Roxy has picked up all 4, so that is a 4-for-4 jam.
That's right. I think we've still got a lot of time left in the second half. So if Knockaway River, obviously, that 20 or 19-point jam they had, if they can get another one of those, easy. But in the meantime, they probably need to be a little bit more astute about the hidden and quit it sort of
Yeah.
4 points for me, nothing for you.
I think generally they're pretty good, but we have seen a couple of ill-disciplined call-offs, both this and the last period as well.
There is a lot going on. I mean,
Yeah.
it's easy to say from back here behind the desk,
most
right?
definitely. Someone who has no problems with track awareness, though, is Kaz, who has come out and has got lead. Beasting on the way to the box. Squills making her way with a little bit of footwork on the outside. Good balance there.
Oh, Cat getting around, but dropping.
Kaz has her point. She's looking at the jammer. She's looking at the box, and she makes the call. So we still
That's exactly what we were talking about.
She has got great track awareness. I've often seen her yelling at bench, not the doctor, but other bench crew to say, "Are you even watching me?" as she goes past. We're watching, Kaz. We love it.
We definitely are. And if you're not watching, you should be. Tell your friends to hop on the live stream. Come on down to Bendigo. Sneak a peek while you're at work. Hopefully you're not at work. I mean, I took Monday off. Like, who does? It's Australia.
Yes, Australia.
Take a long weekend. Australia.
Roxy just trying to work the front of that pack. Kiz, she's down. She's struggling with that formation.
And yeah,
very
Black Ice
messy
and
at the front.
Revan, just the last line of defence. Black Ice being sent to the bin.
Roxy very tight there on the outside line, but Bendigo giving her the nod that she was okay.
Tatooine also being sent to the bin. I did see a multiplayer. I believe that was assessed against her.
Roxy trying to call it off, but she has drawn the cut track.
Too soon, too late.
So Kiz now with a power jam and a chance to make up that point differential. She is through for 5 points, picking up the not on the track point there.
Here we go. Game changer, folks. Bazombie, also known as Wildman today, back on track. Just being goaded by that lovely strong triangle of green.
And that is another 5 points for Murray River, and they are now into triple figures, sitting on 103 to the Duke Skywalkers 125. Kiz trying to close that gap.
X-Wing just coming out to the front. Last line of defence for Kiz Vicious, but it slows her down, but it does not stop her. Little bit of a twirl, and she's through with another 5 points.
So Roxy is now back on track, and she is on a scoring pass. So anything effort she does here now will get points. There's only 28 seconds left on the jam, so she'll be trying to limit the damage here as much as possible.
And she's just smacked into the back of the 3 green Knockway River blockers and just slumped, really.
She needs to make up ground. That's 20 points for Kiz so far. She is tied, but she has another 10 seconds to try and put on more points. 4 points to Roxy. Kiz getting locked up in the front there. She is tired. So
that is the jam. 20 points, possibly
23.
23 to Knockway River. 4 points to the Duke Skywalkers. That is 116 to 129.
This is anyone's game, folks.
Seriously, I know we say that all the time. Sometimes it's facetious, but right now it is absolutely the truth.
And the Duke
Alabama
Skywalker's bench, she's very aware that she needs to put a stop. She needs to put the brakes on this Knockway Rivers team. We need to calm down. We need to take back control of this game.
And I can see them. She's leading the group, leading the team in some big, deep breathing.
And look at the calm expression on that face. That is what you want in the bench crew.
Absolutely.
She is totally ice cold, ladies and gentlemen. Frosty. It doesn't matter all the fluster that's going on the track or on the bench. That's what you want in the bench crew. Just walk in and just cools things down.
Cool, calm and collected.
Yes, because that's what we're about, folks. We're about cool, calm, collected derby. Now, Duke Skywalkers do have an advantage to take this back. I know that the Knockway Rivers crew is also having a bit of discussion on their bench, trying to calm things down as well. They do have 2 blockers in the bin, so that is access denied.
And X-Wing. Oh, no. Is it? Yes. No. X-Wing, sorry. My bad.
It is. I can't see. It is a pivot in there. But that does mean they only have 2 blockers on the track, so they are lining up with KTNT and Flamby Impaler, who are 2 of their most active blockers to try and stop Hellfire. Dolly is also out, so...
No, just getting an official's timeout as well. the score different. Actually, you know what we haven't done? We've given a shout out to our refs. Oh, yeah. Oh, you've done that.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad. I slow.
That's all right. I might let you talk. I'm just having a look at the penalty board behind the penalty box there, and I'm definitely seeing a couple of skaters on both teams moving up for 5. You know, I think that is Black Ice. Black Ice is fouled out.
Oh, no.
That is a big blow for the Knockaway Rivers. She is such an active blocker for them. Dolly, she doesn't care about no pack advantage. She is out for lead. Hellfire is out. She is just letting her crew know as she comes out that she wants them to speed up.
Dolly taking a bit of a juke and a lift of a leg out to the outside.
Squills protecting her point there. She will only take 3. All right, I'm just going to go do some investigation. I will be back, folks.
Oh, excellent. So Wordsmith is just heading over to the whiteboard to check out how many skaters we've got on a high level of penalties. You will have noticed, or you may have noticed, that we no longer have the inside whiteboard, which was where we collated all the skaters' penalties. So it has become a little bit harder for skaters and bench coaches to know exactly how many penalties they've got. These days, we've got this whiteboard sitting at the back of the penalty box, which shows they only go up when they've got 4, 5 or 6 penalties to give a warning. And Wordsmith is back now. What have you discovered?
So it's quite interesting for the Duke Skywalkers. We currently have Roxy Horror sitting on 5 penalties. We're still just got halfway through the period, so they can manage that, but obviously she is such an important jammer for them at the moment that they do want to have her on track.
Absolutely. And after that big hit, I think she's come out a little bit probably impacted is a good word. I mean, that was a big impact, and I think she's a little bit less stable than we saw in the first half. So, you know, she's got a lot of penalties, and she maybe, you know, a little bit of cool down time might be useful.
Yeah,
so,
most definitely.
You know, leave her to sit out a couple of jams, bring her back later in the piece.
And obviously Squills is out here demonstrating at the moment that she can do the damage. She took advantage of the power jam situation. She's got 10 points on the board so far. And that would be another 5, I believe. So 15-point jam for the Duke Skywalkers so far. Kaz going to the bin earlier. She is now making her way outside the pack. She is now onto a scoring pass. So Squills, a chance here to put on some more points on the board before denying Knockaway River. That's a big psychological boost there for the Duke Skywalkers.
Oh, wow. That is 15 points, 16, 17, 18 points. 147 to the Duke Skywalkers, 119 to Knockaway River. If my maths are correct, that's 28 points the difference. And we've got just under halfway to go in this second period.
Okay, so also talking about penalties, the main penalties for Knockaway Rivers are on their blockers. So KTNT is currently sitting on 5, and she has been a really active blocker there for the Knockaway Rivers. We have Dolly coming out up against Bikini Kill. So obviously the bench crew there for the Duke Skywalkers responding to their penalty situation and just expanding out their jammer rotation. And we did see Bikini jam quite well last period.
That's right. Oh, and she's through now. She's done a bit of a, with lead gone, she's done a bit of a star stash, and that's helped her spread out the blocking force between her and the pivot, and she was able to just power and accelerate up the inside apex.
She did have a bit of a gap to chase down, and Dolly did pick up her 4 points.
But put the pressure on enough so that was it.
So important in this situation, particularly where Knockaway Rivers are trying to chase down the Duke Skywalkers. You know, all that pressure is important. Both teams are not going to be in a situation where they don't want to concede too many points. Kaz coming out now to jam with Squills also back on. So we are seeing a big jammer lineup change for the Duke Skywalkers. Kaz has got lead.
And Squills becoming a medium to high rotation jammer now while they're, I guess, resting Hellfire and Rocks.
Yeah, I'd say they could be planning to make a late 10-minute or 8-minute play with Hellfire and Roxy. You know, at the moment, they just really want to contain the Knockaway Rivers, and they'll probably go for their late game push.
Yep.
Knockaway Rivers at this stage, I mean, this is where, for them, this is all about making up ground, keeping the pressure on. Hellfire coming out now for Duke Skywalkers, and Dolly back on. Dolly just moving into high rotation, jamming there for the Knockaway Rivers. Doctors probably figured out, look, they've got a pretty strong defense. We need someone who can really shove that tripod wall around, and that is Dolly.
Yeah, that absolutely is Dolly. If she can keep herself fairly clean and stay on the track,
that's it.
She is the one who can barrel through this strong defense.
That is what she's doing at the moment, just barreling through. She has got lead. Hellfire off with a penalty there for a back block. It's not what they need at this point in time.
Seeing a whole lot of Northsiders hanging out in the front of this pack. Hello, Northside.
And look, this is the reason probably why we're not seeing Lamb jam too much. You can see how she is directing that pack. She is really onto her strategy, helping out her jammers. Content at the moment just to do passive offense and let Dolly force her way through. They're going to stop that run back though. KTNT just stopping, putting Roxy out. Letting Dolly not have to work so hard.
And there you go. They've picked up a goat in Roxy, and then that passive off, well, almost active because of the goat, but sitting back at the back of the pack just makes stuff easy for that jammer to get through out the front of the engagement zone.
So Dolly calling that after just 5 points. That pushes the Knockaway Rivers up to 128. Duke Skywalkers on 147.
I'd say that's 19 points.
And 11 minutes 30 left in this period. So definitely that's a pretty close score gap. There's not much in this.
But it has been consistently Duke Skywalkers up ahead.
Definitely.
They are closing the gap there, though, the Knockaway River. Kaz smashing through the outside. She just does not stop, that kid. Does not stop.
Oh, no. Bikini Kill is definitely breaking up that formation of Knockaway Rivers, though. Reverend Townsend was giving her a bit of trouble, but she is now down. And Keeney Kill, just getting knocked out on that inside. She was so close to taking lead.
She's going to have to get past all those blockers again.
She's got time. She's got time. Kaz is still locked up herself.
Oh, barreling over. Kaz and Roxy. Someone getting a...
It's a low block call there on Roxy. That will put her on 6. It's not what they want to see. Oh, no. That's a cut track for Bikini. Again, not what they need. Kaz has taken off the helmet cover though. This will be going for the full 2 minutes. And just to say that no jammer has made their initial pass, and we're still, it's just still sitting on a minute into the jam. So this defense is fierce, folks. And I mean,
absolutely.
Tatooine. I mean, definition of fierce in her polka dot skirt.
Squeals! That left hip just nudging Kaz out of the top of the apex. Oh, that is the quality blocking I love to see.
Yeah, and Kaz is tired. No mercy from these Duke Skywalker blockers, though.
That's true. We've almost a minute and a half through this jam, and we still haven't seen anyone break out of the pack.
It looks like Kaz will make it out, but Bikini is also out. She has stashed a star and is now putting it back on. And we're now seeing the pack start to speed up.
We've got 2 birds of flight, 2 not lead jammers. Some lovely work there from Boom Tish and McFly.
And you can see the bench there for Duke Skywalkers. She's just telling them to calm it down. Slow
Looks
it down.
like Bikini gets 1 point, 2, possibly 3, but she's smacked out by bangers, drawn back. And Kaz gets all 4 of her points. Let's see how many Bikini got. Only 1?
Just the 1.
Oh, I would have given a second, but I'm not a ref. I probably would have given a second because I'm biased and I like Bikini.
I tell you what, the jammer refs do have to work really hard, and particularly when the pack is moving like that, because you're trying to keep up yourself. Okay.
Team timeout.
Yeah.
Duke Skywalkers. They want. Oh no, we've got Alabama Hurley walking into the middle. Is that maybe an official review?
No, I think she's walking over to talk to her team. And you can see Hellfire just bringing her crew together.
Yeah, arms in. Nice work, ladies.
Yeah, Dolly is bringing her crew in. Oh, you can see
This is what I love about Debbie. The love.
Yeah.
The love everywhere. Before and after the game, there's love between teams. During the game, a little bit less. But no, that's not true actually. You often see, some big hit or, an accidental illegal smash up, and then you get, a player from each team going, hey, how you doing? A bit of a pickup, a bit of a grin. I really love that about roller derby.
No, I really love that too. Look, at the end of that jam, we have the Knockaway Rivers on 132 and the Duke Skywalkers on 148.
Wow.
That's only 16 points
That's
in
16
it now.
points. It's getting lower and lower. We're about to get back on track with the jam. We should talk about our sponsors, but we might run out of time. We'll do that between next jam.
I think we can do that. Okay, 9 minutes left in this period, folks.
Hellfire and Dolly wearing the stars. Hellfire trying to find an inside line, not getting any space because Vlam and Beasting just all over her like a rash.
And look, we're seeing Vlam out there quite a lot at the moment, and she is bringing a lot of calm to those blockers.
Hellfire, perhaps with her first lead in a while, she's being popped back in the jammer position and she's taken it. Dolly still struggling. She's out now.
Okay, so KTNT just went to the bin, and she'll be moving up to sex penalties, I believe.
Tube Boppin's also on the way to the bin. I feel like I've seen her heading to the bin quite a lot. Big pile up there between, is it Vlam and Hellfire? Hellfire asking if she's perhaps been given a low block, I think, or maybe that's just where she holds her arms.
No, I think she was looking for the misconduct, which was probably hitting her down skated. But Vlam was also questioning the refs there, looking for the back block. So a little bit of confusion there, and the refs are conferring. They're having a bit of a discussion about it. I think the head referee there is calling an official timeout.
Yeah, so they're going to chat about it, see what happened.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the jammer refs there were just sorting out points. Now they will just be probably talking about what happened there at the end of that jam.
Look, it's a hard one because sometimes you just get stuff that happens. You know, it's not into. This is for me because I'm not an experienced skater. I'm not actually skating at the moment, but not very experienced. But working out where those boundaries are between no impact and accident or intent.
Yeah, no impact, no penalty.
Move.
And the fact that that slight variations between each penalty as well.
That's right. And sometimes, it doesn't matter whether you meant to do it or not. It happened. Penalty.
So Todorod was pretty happy, seems to be pretty happy that nothing occurred there at the end of the jam. So we are back underway. Bikini Kill is out for the lead. Kaz is on her tail. Just 7.5 minutes left in this, folks. So both teams trying to finish this strong.
Yep, Bangers at the front of the blocking pack for Knockaway River.
0-0 jam. Bikini Kill probably just trying to keep that safe in the end. She wasn't confident she could get those points, so called early.
And I think that was a safe call. That was sensible.
Yeah, particularly in this scoring situation.
Yeah, that's right. Some of our amazing sponsors can't go past the City of Greater Bendigo. You have put on an absolute ripper of a weekend. Thank you so much.
And Skate Victoria are also doing a lot to get this tournament together, and we cannot but thank our hosts, Dragon City Derby Dolls.
Those guys are great. And there's one more. Don't have my list in front of me.
So that is a back block for Dolly.
Oh, she must be getting up there as well. I feel like I've seen Dolly head to the bin quite a lot.
So that was a low block there called on access denied. That's why we saw Hellfire take the floor. Hellfire still locked in the pack. She's trying, and that was either a stop block or a clockwise block called on Flam. So Hellfire has stripped this pack of defenders for Knockaway Rivers. Dolly is standing now in the box, but Hellfire, this could be the nail in the coffin if she can get some big points here.
Big hit!
KTNT just showing that what she is dynamite.
Oh, what a block. Quality stuff, KT.
That is 5 points for Hellfire. She is looking a little bit tired. It is now late in the game. She's done a lot of jamming. She is coming back in. Dolly is still locked in the back of the pack. She's still got a lot of time here to get points if she can take advantage, and she will. That is 4. So Dolly is out. So she still needs to lap Dolly at this point now that Dolly's returned to the track. That's why she's got the 4 and not the 5. Hellfire looking for points. She calls. There is 1 point picked up by Dolly there, and another extra point for Hellfire. So that's an 11-point jam for the Duke Skywalkers. They should be pushing up to 163 shortly. Knockaway River on 133, so now a 20-point differential there.
30-point actually.
30 points?
Yeah.
Your maths is so much better than mine.
Where they're pushing away again. Love to give a shout out to Sam from Samurai AV. ripper of a guy, Samurai AV, and Bob De Quickly. You know, these guys doing our sound, doing our vision. Bob's a ripper of a boss, you know, even if it's in a volunteer capacity. He's done a great job of organising us, and the head officials and the other guys organising this stuff, Hurdy, Bliss, Nixie in Alabama, Hurley benching right now, but Nixie in Alabama also like tournament heads running this stuff together with Alex.
And there is so much administration that goes into bringing an event like this together, both just organising the venue itself, but also bringing all the teams together. It is a whole year of work to make these style of tournaments happen. So definitely appreciate all the effort that's gone into bringing this tournament to life.
Yeah, and like we rock up, you know, sometimes when you don't stop to think, you might take it for granted. But these guys have done such a brilliant job, put so much work, so much love into it. Really can't thank you guys enough for all the organising and all the effort that you put in.
Yeah, so it does look like the Duke Skywalkers are probably benching Roxy at this stage. Don't want to get, you know, if she does go out with a penalty, they don't want to give that extra time to knock away Rivers just in case. So Bikini Kill is back out and fighting in the back of that pack. Meanwhile, we have Kaz will knock away Rivers. Looking for the inside. It's close. Both of them out at the same time. Kaz just snuck in lead. She'll be looking for some quick points.
Knockway River trying to hold the pack back.
They did get a destruction of pack there on C-Bomb. Kaz calling it early.
So astute, these refs. They just catch it all.
So we have Hellfire coming back out against Kiz Vicious. This has been a combination lineup we've seen quite a few times today. Will depend very much on how this gets locked up.
We've got a bit of a light pack there with just Dolly and is it
Vlam
Katie?
the Impaler.
No, Vlam, sorry.
Yeah. So Knockaway Rivers have put out two of their strongest blockers and just trying to lock up Hellfire there in a bit of 1-2 combination.
And you know what? They're using the other pack as well. So the two
Very
blockers
good.
just squishing up against the Duke blockers.
And you can see how fast they were to recycle to the front.
Yeah.
And, you know, they are doing really well. Hellfire is a really strong jammer. And Dolly just using those other teams, as you said, just using the other team to help her out.
Oh, yep, absolutely. Good call, refs. So we had Squeals and Rocks just pulling Kiz back, and Squeals did pop. Blah, 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 blah.
It was a cut track there.
Yeah.
Cut track there.
Yep. Squeals
Kiz
popped.
was a bit ill-disciplined on coming back in.
That's right.
It was
Came in a little bit too early. Squeals had already come back, tried to recycle her a little bit further back and drew the cut.
So Boppin's heading to the bin with a
Chu
multiplayer.
Boppins, she would definitely be getting up there.
And I tell you what, we are getting into the final minutes. So
That's right, 3 minutes left.
So, and both of the teams are aware of how close the scores are and that it could still go either way. Oh my God, it looks like there is a fourth penalty being awarded. So there is only one Duke Skywalker blocker on the track, but she will have to report. And we have Kiz Vicious back on track and she is out. Hellfire needs to try and sink some of this time, but she is calling. And that is a hard situation, folks. So we have 3 Duke Skywalker blockers now in the bin. There's a bit
I lost someone there. I was counting, like, I don't know if you saw me, I was like counting blockers on my fingers because there was one missing, there was no one standing.
Yeah, it was getting
full.
pretty tight. Now, Tollerod has just called an official timeout there, so we might be seeing another foul out.
And an official review actually being requested by the Duke Skywalkers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look, if this is an official review territory, it might be, it could be anything. Let's just see what Pants has to say in his fantastic...
Look at Pants. Pants.
That's blinding. It's blinding with its gloriousness.
I love it. I love it. All I have is my cap to distinguish that today I am emceeing. And you know what? I've decided, some of you who might know me know that I'm a little bit obsessed with my hair. And so I've actually brought my cap. It's sitting here. I don't want to put it on yet because it's a long day and I don't want hat hair all day.
And you know what? It is a fabulous head of hair that you've got going there, Ninja.
Thank you.
You
Thank
have
you.
that ruffled look that's going on at the moment. I'm sure that other girls do kill for
Oh, wordsmith, oh, you know how to make a girl blush.
that. I just cut mine really short, and then I don't really have to do anything with it. It's really simple.
Pants telling us that the Dukes think that a hit was legal rather than illegal. I missed the first half. Hey, Pants.
Good to see if we can get Pants to let us know what happened there.
Pants. Do you want to tell the folks? Do you want to tell the folks at home what you heard?
Absolutely. Nice to talk to you today. The white team is seeking the removal of a back block penalty that was issued against skater 4711 during that last jam. They believe the hit was made in a legal zone.
Okay, so that is trying
Thank
to
you.
keep Roxy from being fouled out. So that has been finalised. Just have a quick look at the board, and we'll wait for Pants to say if that's been upheld or not.
So after all is said and done, the back block penalty stands.
Oh, so Roxy has fouled out,
Nice work, Pants. Thank you so much for that.
and she is skating around the outside of the track now. She will be sitting down to watch the last 2 minutes and 41 seconds of this game.
Ooh, and we've got a pretty significant lead. Is that, gosh, now my maths are failing me. 39 points the difference.
Duke Skywalker sitting on 172, Knockaway Rivers on 133. Kaz is out and she has lead. Bikini Kill is stuck in the pack. KTNT just trying to bring her back in. Reverend's Townsend and Bangers not letting her escape the pack.
Oh, they've reformed so quickly to the front. These blockers are like, nah, no more.
Oh,
no
it's
more
a
points.
power jam. Bikini Kill is going to the box with a forearms penalty. So
Kaz with lead, 5 points, 5 digits up there, real high. She's going strong. She's. There might only be 2 minutes left, but they are not going down without a fight.
definitely not. So the Knockaway Rivers here are just trying to catch a goat. Oh no, and that is a cut track penalty to Kaz.
Oh, we will go the full 2 minutes in this jam. That's 1 minute and 6 seconds to go. Bikini is back on track. She's approaching the back of the pack.
Kaz is now also standing. Bikini wasn't in the penalty box that long, so Kaz is now coming back out and coming back around. Bikini Kill is still on her initial. Knockaway Rivers not keen to let her go, but she does get around the outside of KTNT. Kaz is through for her second scoring pass. That's another 5 points. Bikini Kill now coming in for her first scoring pass. She is looking intent.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, she's got them all, folks. That's 4 points for her. Kaz just taking through the inside line, pushing her way through. She picks up another 4 points as well.
21 seconds left in this jam.
Pack is a little bit messy. We do have two Knockaway River blockers in the penalty box. Oh, that was very lucky on that inside line.
But that's
very
good
close.
track awareness. She had a foot out, but she brought it back in behind the other player.
So that's another 4 points for Bikini Kill. Kaz now trying to look for points. Bikini Kill coming into the back of the pack. That is jam. So we do have bangers for Knockaway River still in the penalty box. So coming in, we've only got 30 seconds left on the period clock.
This
so
looks like it will be our last jam.
not much time, folks. So after that jam, Knockaway River put on 18 points. That was 151 points to the Duke Skywalkers on 180. So still 29 points in it.
It is possible, but outside chance. Look, but anything can happen in Derby, and it certainly has. But we're seeing people start to relax. Certainly, Duke Skywalkers, all the bench skaters, they know that they're done really for the game. It's the skaters that are on track. It's their last jam.
And look, I mean, that's a lot of pressure to try and chase down a score differential like that for such a long time. And I think we did see the nerves get to Knockaway Rivers there in the last couple of jams. They're just conferring now and having a bit of a hug on track.
But credit to them. I think at one stage we were out up ahead with the Dukes by like 50 points or even over 50 points. They came out strong, they came out hard, and Knockway brought it. Like, they brought it, and they've closed this gap significantly.
Okay, so there was just a bit of a last-minute lineup change there. So Kiz Vicious did have on the helmet cover for Jammer, but the doctor came out and has put Dolly onto Jam. So deciding to go for a more forceful Jammer. We'll see how that works out.
And with one blocker in the box bangers for Knockway River, Dolly is through with lead, and that's what you need if anything's going to do it. Lead is
beautiful stepping around the outside there. Hellfire still stuck in. KTNT has to let her go eventually.
This crowd is excited.
Dolly just skipping through the inside there with a nice little turnaround. Oh, nice hit there by Squeals. Locks her back in. Tart, and now Tart working there with Mary Boppins just to lock her in the front. Squeals has jumped back onto the formation. Hellfire
Hellfire, thank you, has 4.
Dolly is probably not going to call this. She'll be trying to see what they can do with this jam, but they can't let that happen too much. So 4 for 4 so far, but Hellfire is almost on her way out. She will have, those blockers have been recycling in front of her, so she will have already picked up all her 4 points. Dolly making her way through first, though.
Goes through again.
See Hellfire touching the helmet cover there. She may be thinking about doing a star pass, but I would say that she is going to be stuck for this jam for the full 2 minutes.
Absolutely. I haven't seen her actually pass the star off to anyone, only pull it off, stash it, and get out. So she's looking at doing a bit of a sneaky, I think.
It's okay. She's stashed the star now. She's looking for Boppins, who is her pivot, but she's getting locked up in the back. Dolly is out now for 5 points.
Oh, but we have had a star pass, and we've got Chew Boppins with the star.
Oh my God! And I'll tell you what, we haven't seen Chew Boppins jam, but she is a danger jammer. She is a Pandora's box. You never know what you're going to get. But Dolly, hard hit, call.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, crowd goes wild for that last jam. Oh, man.
So our unofficial scores at this stage are 188 for the Duke Skywalkers, who will be your first division winners if this score is upheld. Knockaway River on 164.
I think it's pretty safe to say that 24-point lead, that is our final score.
And that is the final whistle, folks. The Duke Skywalkers are your Division 3 Grand Finalist winners.
Congratulations.
Most definitely. And in such a well-fought game. I mean, you've got to be proud when you take away a game like that, because it was all on and you just have to hold your nerve, but they didn't choke.
Oh, absolutely. They brought it. And you know what? Both these teams really brought it today. I am so impressed with the Duke Skywalkers. I would call them almost like the Cinderella story of this tournament, like a hodgepodge team, haven't played together before. They brought it, man. And they left everything out on the track today. We should probably give a shout out to some of those skaters, right?
Yeah, let's do it. So on the Duke Skywalkers, we have 13 Bazombie, 165 X-Wing, 1891 Test Derby Villian, 314 Flustered Tatooine, 36. I'll let you do it.
Boppins.
Number 43 Mad Squeals Mills, 471 Roxy Horror, 669 Hellfire, 747 Bikini Kill, and on the bench Alabama Hurley and Nixie.
And doing their teams proud for the Knockway River Rollers, 007 Kiz Vicious, 16 C-Bomb, 195 Access Denied, 21 Bangers, 238 Beasting, number 4 Malicious Damage, 42 Kaz, 44 Revan Townsend, 665 Blam, 7 Rain and Fire, 71 Black Ice, 818 Last Jammer Dolly, 84 KTNT, 88 Sausage Roller, and your bench the Doctor and Davy Train.
And I'll tell you what, folks, they certainly did live up to their reputation as being fighters. Knockaway Rivers aren't willing to concede there at any stage stage of the game. They really fought hard to bring that score back. They were always in this game. And I'll tell you what, that's what we want to see, and it's been very enjoyable. Thanks very much for watching us online.
Thank you, everybody. I'm Ninja Hurdle. It's been great. Wordsmith, we haven't commentated together yet today, this weekend, and it was an absolute pleasure.
Right back at you. It's been a lot of fun. All right, so hang around because we have another game coming up, the Division 2 Grand Finals, which will see Paradise City Derby
Lightning.
League, the Lightning, versus the Canberra Roller Derby League's Betamax.
Thanks, guys.